Okay, this tidbit is for Lisa Petrilli. Lisa, I know I said I was going to go to bed early, but it just didn't work. So that conversation with my buddy Anthony kind of goes something like this. So, yeah, he was my old mortgage partner, but we were talking about a CEO of a major company we both work for. I'm not going to mention the name here, but Anthony and I both worked for the company way back when, and actually not that long ago, back in 1998, when the founder, who's still there, was just a real salesperson, really kind of had the heart, the culture of the company, if you will. So I know, your blog post about are you filling the leadership gap or are you leaving a void? Can't remember the exact title of it, but I conveyed to my buddy Anthony about this, and he talked about he's now with a totally different company, if you will. So he kind of walked in there to their offices, and he still has a relationship with some of the realtors there, and shared a story with me about he had been at their corporate picnic, which everybody was invited to. I guess it wasn't a corporate picnic. I guess it was more of a golf outing. So the current president, CEO, whatever, if this person's a woman, actually, his title is, doesn't matter if it's a male or female. But he talked about how the woman uh, looked at him and saw him there and just kind of turned away from him the first time, and then the second time around, he actually felt her eyes on him. And no words were exchanged, but uh, that happened, and a couple weeks later, a series of events, of bad experiences, a particular realtor's office took place. Kind of like went down the chain of command to a regional VP, to a probably just I forget the titles they use, district manager, to the office manager of that particular real estate office, to or actually the manager of that particular real estate office where Anthony and I both used to work. Basically, he had Anthony yelling at him, pulled him into the office, and screamed at the top of his lungs, used obscenities, etc., etc. So we kind of talked about that, and Anthony left and still has a relationship with those particular realtors. But I wanted to talk to him about those eyes, because the eyes of the founder of the company, who I went to work for, he had the eyes of love and concern, and really cared about each and every individual in that company. So he could convey through his eyes sales. How did he convey through his eyes sales? Convey through his eyes sales because he cared, and he knew that he cared about the fact of how you felt, and that you would go on, and that would just go on down the chain. Let's look at it internally from the corporate standpoint. So every single interaction. Sure, don't get me wrong, there was different situations that popped up or whatever, but somewhere you always felt the owner's eyes, that leader's eyes of caring, true caring for each person within the organization. I can assure you that under his direction, the people that he had under him at that current time, 12 years ago, would never have treated an outside person that way. Ever, ever. So the leadership gap, that company right now, the void is in that CEO's or whatever functions she's filling now eyes. I guess maybe I would say that she had a blank stare, because there's definitely no love in there, and definitely no leadership. So it brought it all the way down, different steps away, to that current office manager treating an individual the wrong way. Granted, it was an ex-employee, but it doesn't matter. Never should have happened. So that's how Lisa Petrilli, I was chatting with you, to my former mortgage partner. So do I think that the current owner of the company, who still owns the company as far as I know, knows about this happening? I don't know. Maybe he does, but people are just too scared, because that blank stare of that current CEO is a big void, a big gap. So Lisa Petrilli and anybody else who might be watching, because I still can't figure out how not to avoid this. It's Kate with Kate.tv, filling the CEO void, filling the gap. And if you aren't following Lisa Petrilli, you better. Why aren't you? At Lisa, Lisa Petrilli, Petrilli. Kate with Kate.tv. And I'll be chatting with you soon. Oh, the second cataract surgery, it went well. See? The only thing is I'm still not paying attention to myself and going to bed when I say it well. Later.